You're not sick, you're ascending. I would like to start this video off by saying I am not a medical practitioner, I am not a doctor, so if you are experiencing anything super concerning, go see a doctor. You know, take what I say with a grain of salt, but I am here to help you, guide you on this spiritual journey and some of the common symptoms that many light workers or those who have been awakened do experience. Now, they're not easy. A lot of them can be very weird and confusing, and you just may feel like you're being lazy sometimes because you cannot get out of bed. You're just like soul level tired. I've experienced this more times than I can count. I just want to start by kind of listing some of the common symptoms that many people do experience. So one, I would say a random like cold or flu that comes out of nowhere. Also ringing in the ears. This is one that I experienced when I first had my Kundalini awakening, and it was super strange. I was like, what on earth is this? I've never had any issues with my ears before. I don't believe I can't say the word tinnitus or whatever that is, but I'm experiencing these ringing in my ears, and it would also happen like when I was around certain people. And if you delve in deeper to that, you may have clairaudience, which is such a cool thing. I do believe I have that. So, and it's widely documented, the ringing in the ears. If you have experienced that, you are not alone, and especially if it has come directly after a Kundalini awakening where you suddenly feel awakened to this universe and you start searching for answers and guidance and this and that, or whatever. It's something that a lot of us light workers feel and get often. What else? Yes, so like feeling like you don't want to do anything. That's a big one. Also, like, you don't want to hang out with your friends anymore. You just want to stay at home and do nothing. You just want to lay in bed and be lazy. That's okay. You're ascending. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not crazy. You're not lazy. You're just ascending. And I want to share a couple of stories with you guys just to kind of ground this, because it can be a bit of a wild ride when you don't know why these things are happening. And I think I'm going to start off with a story about a girlfriend of mine who I recently went to dinner with. She is a soul sister of mine who has come into my life very serendipitously, and it's funny, how the universe works. Like, when you continue to ascend, you will meet people that are on the same frequency as you. Especially this year for me, my main business is I do cosmetic tattooing, and I have noticed that a lot of my clients that have come in have been really, really spiritual all of a sudden. I don't know why, they just are. It's really cool, and it's like I'm drawing them in without trying. They're just being aligned to me in weird ways, and it's beautiful. Alas, I'll get back to what I was talking about. So anyway, I go out with my soul sister, and I won't get into her story in detail because that is her story, and I would never, divulge too much information. But just to give you a little bit of a hypnosis, I think is the word. She's experienced some kind of, heartbreak, and I think she is spiritual. I would say that I have been on the journey quite a lot longer than her and have studied Hermetic principles, Kabbalistic principles, Vedic principles. So I was able to give her some insight that perhaps she hadn't have thought of before. Now, preceding that dinner that we went on, and I spoke to her about some different ways of looking at the situation. She got really sick. She got the flu, and I believe that it's because she's ascending, and we both came to that conclusion. Like, she called me and she's like, I think I'm just ascending, and I'm like, yeah, you are, babe, you are. You're not crazy for thinking that. So what has also happened to me recently, and this is a really weird one. This one really shocked me. So let me just have some. I need something to drink. I'm a big tea girl. I like tea. So I was dating, or I had 3 dates with a man. First date was wonderful. I was like, oh my God, could this be my dream man? Like, he's beautiful. He's just everything. Like, I love the way you look. I love the way you present yourself. You're a little bit spiritual like me, but you're not like... Sometimes I find as a spiritual person, I don't want to date someone that's like super, super spiritual as well, because then it kind of ungrounds me. I don't know, spiritual ladies chime in there. I feel like we need someone that brings us back down to earth. But anyway, moving on. So as we went on these dates, it kind of went over the span of 3 weeks. And I started noticing some inconsistencies that did not align with me. Like, his beliefs in certain things just weren't aligning with my soul. So at that same time though, I had been seeing a holistic health doctor for eczema that I have had, that Western doctors were not able to get to the root cause of. They would just prescribe me like, cortisol treatments and like steroids and stuff like that. It's just really masking the problem, and I really wanted to get to the root cause. And my theory was that maybe there was something in my gut, like a bacteria in my gut or something like that, that needed to be fixed. So of course we do, blood work, testing, all of that kind of stuff. Bearing in mind, she's not a doctor. She is a holistic health practitioner. So she cannot diagnose or prescribe any Western medicine. So this is all happening while I'm, dating this guy. And by the time I had chosen to sort of end that relationship, because I was choosing myself, and I realized that, yes, he kind of had a lot of things that I liked, but it wasn't the one. It wasn't the one that I wanted for, my future children, all of that kind of stuff. So, yes, so I chose myself. Anyway, so she came back the results came back, and she said to me, look, some of these results are a little bit abnormal. I really would advise you to go and see your GP, your like a doctor. I don't know where you're watching from. If in the US, they call them GPs, but in Australia we call like normal doctors GPs. Anyway, so I go and see my GP, and he reads the test, the blood results, and he was like, oh, this looks a lot like Addison's disease. And he says it so casually. And he's like, don't worry, John F. Kennedy had it. And I was like, oh, that makes it so much better, thank you. But he said, look, we have to do more testing before I can come to, conclusive diagnosis. So, and this is all going on at the same time as I'm dating this man, by the way. So as the test results come back, so basically Addison's disease, for anyone that doesn't know, is where your body can't produce cortisol. And the blood work from my holistic health doctor showed that I had absolutely like little to no cortisol. Like it really was concerning. So then I went and redid that test with my GP, and by the time those test results came in, I had ended things with that man, and everything came back normal. Now, you can choose to think I'm crazy, but I really do believe it's because I ascended. I passed a certain test, like a spiritual test, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's just so weird. Like these things happen, and it's just bizarre. So if you are experiencing things like heart palpitations, can't sleep, sleeping too much, stress levels that seem to be exorbitant, gosh, there's so many I can list. I can go on and on and on. But sometimes you really are just ascending. I would suggest though, if there's anything that you do feel is quite concerning, like, heart palpitations, that's a little bit concerning, go see a GP. Please don't rely on this information. I am just sharing my spiritual journey and my experience. But what I have found is that what precedes these ascension symptoms is some kind of enlightenment, or something happens that is very, very good in your life. Something, you get some download. It might be a spiritual download. It might be something tangible and physical that you get for going through that. And it's called an ego death as well, by the way. Like when you're ascending, you're kind of going through these ego deaths, which is why, for me, like my skin would break out, or like, all of those kinds of symptoms. A part of your soul is dying. So that's why you experience these symptoms. So just know that you're not crazy. And now when it happens to me, I'm like, yes, I'm about to experience something great after this. Give it to me. I'm like excited, and I want you to get to that point too. I want you to get to that point. Don't be scared of that stuff. Like if you are feeling lost, if you're feeling like you don't know what your next move is, or, don't worry. Fear is such a low vibration. Let me tell you that. So anything that you have fear about, anything that you feel guilt about, get that out of your mind somehow. It's not easy, but you'll get to this flow state. And you'll realize that as soon as you start to feel those fear, guilt, anger, all those negative vibrations, your life is not going to be good. Is the best way I can put it. Sorry, I'm not the best at articulating things, as you can probably tell. But what I can also say is that preceding that whole experience with thinking I had Addison's disease and then, leaving that guy, on good terms, by the way, like wasn't anything, nasty, just he wasn't the one. I feel like I found my true north, which is being here with you guys and sharing and guiding you in the best way that I possibly can. Just to ground it even further. So my normal job, I own a cosmetic tattoo studio. And I was so worried, starting YouTube, that I wouldn't have enough time because I was working so much at my cosmetic tattooing studio that I wouldn't be able to do this. So I had to take a massive leap of faith, and that's where I have now taken off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I don't work those days at all. I just work Thursday through to Sunday. And can I tell you, since taking that leap of faith, my business has done the most revenue that it has ever done. So the last 30 days, we have exceeded. So I work just on my own, by the way. So this may not seem like a big amount to you, but to me it is. We have, in the last 30 days, done around $13,000 for the month. So it's just confirmation to me that the Divine's got me, and they are fully supporting this mission that I have, and that it's going to happen with ease. Things that are meant for you happen with ease, and it takes a leap of faith. It truly does. But you will be rewarded for that leap of faith if it is the right one. And please go back and watch my YouTube video, the previous one. This is my second YouTube video, by the way. I have no idea what I'm doing on YouTube, so do go easy on me. But yeah, with the sunstones story that I spoke about there, I knew that this was my calling, and I was so scared because I didn't have enough time. Like, I worked so hard, and yeah, just the way that all of it turned out these past couple of months have been truly divine, and I'm just enthralled by it all, and I just want to share that with you. For anyone who is feeling like they don't know what the hell is going on in their lives, just trust and surrender. It's a big Kabbalistic theory is to know that whatever is happening in your life right now is good. It is good. And I'll also want to say that if events or people are coming into your life that you are perceiving as bad, I don't think we should ever label anyone as bad, but let's just say you're perceiving the situation as tumultuous or, unfair, unjust, whatever. The reason why that person came into your life is because there is a rip or a tear in your auric field. And until you are aware of what that rip or tear is, you can't ascend from it, right? So this person is brought into your life to teach you the lesson, and then you will go through those symptoms of the ego death, as we all, as you should by now through this video understand, and you'll ascend from it, and then you will get some kind of light code, download, whatever, to ascend to the next level. So I think I'm going to end it there, my lovely YouTube friends. I don't know, it's just been so good connecting with you guys. I'm a super shy person, so this is so out of character for me, but I'm just loving every second of it. I really feel that this is my calling. I also want to start doing coaching. So I have in my channel page, there is an email address there that you can email me, and I will reply if you are interested in some coaching work. I haven't really worked out the ins and outs of that just yet, but if you're interested, just send me an email, and we can have a little chat and see where I can help. And that's all I want to do, is help you guys. I just want to help humanity keep ascending, because God knows we are going through some tough times right now, people. Tough times. Just some of the stuff you see, like the government and stuff. I don't know, like if you're from Australia, the other day we had at 2 p.m. everyone's phones made this noise, and it was just confirmation to me that this is why more light workers need to awaken now, and they need to get out of whatever is blocking them from their true north, which is to help others ascend. Because there is, personally, I feel a darkness happening in the world right now that we really need to address, and the only way we can kind of ascend as a collective through that is if more people awaken and become aware of what the higher ups and the elites are doing. I'll give you another example. In Western Australia, they announced that you could get a $100 voucher for fuel, because there was a fuel shortage and crisis a couple of months ago. The fuel prices are pretty much back to normal now, but you could only access that fuel voucher if you signed up for a digital ID. I'm not falling for it. You're not making me sign up for it. It's not happening today. So if you know, if you're from Australia, I do not believe in the digital ID. I believe it is a way for them to track us, and we'll get into that in another one. This has been long enough. I've kept you here long enough. But if you enjoyed this video, let me know, because I'm certainly enjoying being here with you. I think I got 2 or 3 comments on my last video, and I can't even tell you how happy that made me. I don't even know why. I'm a kid again. I don't know. Following your true north, you'll know if you're on the right path, because you'll feel this tremendous amount of joy. And that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling, y'all. It's a beautiful day in Western Australia today. It's winter here, but I think I'm going to take my dog for a walk, get out in the beautiful sunshine, and yeah, I think I'll leave it there. But thank you so much for being here with me, sending you all my love and light, and I'll see you in the next video.